Bismillah. Good morning. Welcome. Today we are playing music to you on a beautiful Sunday, the 26th of April, 2026. However, we are available and open to this wherever what time you find us. It is the correct time, but I thought it'd be good to situate ourselves. We start today our offerings with our opening salvo, our opening prayer. um, Stevie Wonder, Love is in Need of Love Today. We'll talk to you more on the other side. Thank you.
Good morning or evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say, oh, oh, that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, hey, going round, breaking many hearts.
Oh, Stevie, all day, every day, all day, every day. Oh, um, yeah, Love in Need of Love today from the iconic album Songs in the Key of Life, which is still so pertinent, still so revolutionary, I think. So we bring this as our opening salvo, as our opening prayer, for our offerings. Yeah. So, Emily, I ask you, what's the theme today?
So the theme today is, as we're going through all of these sessions, this is our third offerings today. And we are starting this. This is new to us. I mean, Fatuma, you have experience with radio and production, but we are also beginners and we are also learning and starting new things and nervous, but okay, and ready to try and ready to do new things. And the theme is around new beginnings and what energy we give this and how much we want to encourage ourselves, each other, and give appreciation and love to all of the new beginnings out there. Also, music projects, artists, the difficulty of actually starting a project and bringing it out there. Shout out to all the people that are trying and working hard to bring something new into this world, and the fears of actually putting it out there. I had a conversation with my cousin 2 days ago about exactly this. Please, Margot, you can bring it out there whenever. It's so beautiful, everything you do. New beginnings. And so that is the theme, and we're going to be playing songs that either show love, appreciation to this, lyrics that represent this as well, and for everybody maybe to have a thought, what are the new beginnings that you're trying to bring into this world, and go for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because last session was about spring, is about this kind of newness and the beauty and novelty of newness. But once you have that idea, what do you do with it? Can you respect your first efforts? And I think that so many of us, especially when we're so used to doing things in one way and we decide to take that leap and be seen differently and to perhaps risk being judged by that. And so we're here to say, you guys can do it. We're doing it too. to stick with the trouble, stay with the trouble. And our sort of next track, I think, is, well, we'll talk more about this beautiful artist in a bit, but yeah, actually, Emily, I'll ask you to introduce.
Yeah, okay. The next song is Cantaloupe Island by Herbie Hancock, 1964 recording. Let's play it and take note of the drums, please.
Yes.
on drums, Ron Carter on bass, Freddie Hubbard on trumpet, Herbie Hancock piano. This is recorded in 1964 in Englewood, New Jersey. Tony Williams, the drummer, is 18 years old when this is being recorded. 18. Herbie Hancock is 24. Freddie Hubbard, Ron Carter, all of them, they were playing all together so much. Listen to the cymbal, listen to the ride. Here it comes. I love this track so much. I'm also learning to play the drums a little bit, and I'm playing along with this track, and it just reminded me so much of learning new things and trying, and the energy, and it's so uplifting. This is at the time that Herbie was also already in the quintet with Miles Davis, and he was just really starting to take things in his own music more towards funk music. He does another version of this, of Cantaloupe Island in 76, I think it came out, which we might have time to play a little bit later as well, which is a beautiful second attempt or a second version of this track. Yeah, it's just so much energy.
No, it is. I think also that this song is so like ubiquitous. I feel like I've known this song for as long as I've remembered, as long as I've been alive. But at the same time, I've never known who it was by. Like for a long time, I didn't know who it was by. And Emily was mentioning part of it is because there was it was like sampled by like a hip hop act back in the 90s. And maybe that's where I first heard it.
Yeah, from London actually. Us three and Rashan, yeah.
And it's like that thing of always attempting new and different things and kind of speaking to like the theme of this session. I think that there is a whole fear of like getting things wrong. And one thing I really appreciate about jazz is that so much of it is around the experimentation. It's about the syncopated rhythms. It's about the improv. It's about like the mistakes that make things human. And I think, you know, we're at a time where there is this whole desire for like everything to be automated, things to be, the outcome and the output is more important than the process. And I think the process of learning and growing is always about like ideation, making mistakes, learning from them. And again, that's what happens when we make art, when we do culture. It's just about those imperfections that make things really beautiful. And what I really appreciate is that this song has been re-recorded, remade, reattempted, and that like each version of it has a different character and brings a different flavor to it, you know, as all versions do, and that nothing's really a finished article because it's always an opportunity to make things anew. And I think that's really important, like a lesson that we all have to have, like, is just to kind of make that attempt. And also you can always go back to an idea, like you can always revisit an idea. Absolutely. Okay. Ooh, thank you, lovely. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so we have our next track coming up. Emily again. Oh, no, should I just press play?
such a beautiful track. So beautiful. This is by Derek Hodge called The Second, by the same album called The Second. Derek Hodge is a bass player, but for this entire album, he did all of he's actually a multi-instrumentalist. He did all of the instruments on this record, except for the drums, but produced everything, played keys, played guitar, everything, bass, of course. And the whole song is just such a beautiful, uplifting spirit, deep bass, but so much else. I love it so much.
Yeah, I think we were really lucky to see Derek Hodge perform live with, oh gosh,
Robert Glasper, Terrace Martin.
Yeah, gosh, I can't tell you when that was, but it was the R&R album. That was, again, is such a this project of Derek Hodge is it's such just a talent. A thing that I always get so excited about, seeing people that I know that are really instrumental in supporting other people's creative projects also go forward and create their own and have those multiple tracks running. And that's so much, again, and very linked to Herbie Hancock and Stevie as well. Stevie, he's written for so many people. And he also is so generous as an artist, and Motown as a collective. Like, I think his albums kept a lot of people fed. But yeah, Derek Hodge, amazing. If you don't know his work, please listen, because he's just phenomenal, outstanding.
So yeah, how do we uplift each other? Who around us is uplifting us? Who are you uplifting? Where is this sense of communal uplifting, community uplifting? And we see this with some of these musicians that we're playing today.
Absolutely. And I think as well, having one of the reasons perhaps we're quite reticent to start things is that perhaps we're not in a community of people that are available to see us be different, to see us try something. If you're in a community, sometimes the people closest to you can be your biggest haters. How do you navigate that? How do you have faith in this new thing that's starting? And have faith in abandoning something that's so well trodden, sort of people that have always known you in one way. How do you sort of have faith in this new thing that you have to say, yes, not to disrespect your past, but to go forward with the new. I feel like these songs help with that. And I think one of the ways that perhaps we do that is also being available to life as it is. So the seasons change. Things aren't always the same. The trees, we've been here now. This is our third session that we've been here, and to see the canal shift, the trees become more foliage, just see spring really coming out. It's such a beautiful day in London where we are, and it's there are many phases. So I think that's one thing that we can do to give us faith. Now our next song I think is very special. Fatima, do you want to sort of introduce it to us?
So the next track that we're about to play is called EBCD, and it's by Roland Breval, who is a musician, artist, poet, just all around like polymath, originally from Martinique. So the track I'm about to play was originally recorded in 1980. At the time, his record label refused to release his album, which was called Creole Gypsy, and he then decided to do a self-release. I think it's the idea of believing in your music so much, even when others don't. And it was a success locally. However, there were very few copies made because it was a self-issue. And it's been reissued recently. The reason why I chose EBCD is because I think it blends together elements of jazz, Creole music of the West Indies, and also traditional ballet rhythms, which is a musical style that's really sort of common in the Antilles and in the Caribbean. And it's just very like hypnotic, rhythmic. It's just got so much soul. And I just I've fallen in love with it. It's like on repeat at the moment. And I think it definitely speaks that theme. Again, it's an album that was made nearly 50 years ago and is only coming out now. And the fact that there's like a level of self-belief in your work that it doesn't, certain things don't have to happen immediately. Things take their time. But also, if others don't believe in your idea, it doesn't mean that it's not a good idea or that your art isn't worth celebrating, even if it's not like being celebrated by those who have a vested interest in your work. again, I think because this album is a departure to a lot of the other music that he's made, the record company were reticent to issue it. With that being said, I'm going to play the track.
Attendez-moi pas mêler, ça y est, mon cap à l'école. On passe à parler anglais, on passe à parler français, on passe à parler espagnol. C'est un moment à jouer, c'est également à parler. C'est évidemment pas mêler, tant de les manques à fouiller. kata mulimo naipusha kubantu katwishi iyo tatwishiwe bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene iyo chakupapa we mama bakunsha mu bulanda nalila bushiku bonse bantu mayonshi kumwene mayo bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene mayo bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene inshiko shafula mama okwabula okukumona shakwatowa kunsekesha kano iwe Rebecca bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene mayo bulanda bulanda bantu mayonshi kumwene nalikwate chikope lelo nachota chilanda nalikwate chikope lelo nachota chilanda achilalanda ngaiwe lelo bulanda ngawapa achilalanda ngaiwe lelo bulanda ngawapa inshiko shafula mama ukwabulo kukumona shakwatowa kunsekesha kano mayo Rebecca bulanda bulanda bantu mayo shikumwene mayo bulanda bulanda bantu mayo shikumwene.
That was Nafwaya Fire by Alec Nkata, who is a musician from Zambia. As you can hear, it's like very much inspired by country music. So this, I think this record was made in the 1950s, and at the time there was like a huge economic boom in Zambia with the copper mines, and they saw a lot of, and Zambian people fell in love with like country music, all things cowboy, but they also saw a parallel with their experiences and those of like the lonesome life of a cowboy. He went on to become like a anti-colonial activist and politician. But yeah, I really love this record because it kind of fuses, again, like Western genre, like country music with like traditional Zambian rhythms and melodies. And I just think that it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and I just think that it's something that, again, it's a reissue. Again, I love a reissue. Again, that's another way of talking about attempts, like music that again has an afterlife once it's been made. It doesn't just disappear, but it actually then comes out to a wider audience. I think there's a huge issue with reissue labels, and I could have a conversation with that, but I'm gonna keep it cute and not talk too much about that. But yeah, it's a record that I really enjoy. And yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I have, again, a theme that I kept talking about was the wars in Southern Africa and how they feel like they really, not so much mirror, but they rhyme with the times that we're in today. That Zambia, what we now call as Namibia, but was Northwest Africa, and of course South Africa and the anti-apartheid movement, and so much of that was driven by this grab for resources and how it shifted and shaped our material reality. And I think that these cultural responses where we look at other places that had very similar experiences and then also be able to take lessons from that and be able to modify that and take that for ourselves. I always joke that global capital is very happy with making these links sort of internationally, and working class peoples, exploited peoples of the world, we sometimes find it difficult to be able to draw that parallel and to take lessons from each other. But this is the time to do it, you know. I just we're going to go straight into the next track, and we'll talk more about that a bit later. So our next song.
Sate severo ala mangizilala saya temoto kibidia saya maisa sajuye sirala saya magiloto severo sate jonzatu
That was Samani by Omu Sangare, who I had the pleasure of seeing live back in October. My day job is to work on a music program, and I was able to hear in rehearsals, and she was incredible, and even better live. And I don't think I've been as emotionally moved hearing someone's voice. She's just got this deeply spiritual, transcendent voice that I think speaks of pain, suffering, but also she talks of like women's rights. She's someone who comes from a tradition of like wedding singers. So one of the first things she did when she was a child was to sing with her mum, and she would get paid to do so. And then she kind of found her voice as a storyteller and as a musician. And she started really young. I think she started in the music industry when she was like 19 years old. And she's someone who, again, has had like this really sort of like long, illustrious career, but has always spoken about the rights of women, spoken about like sexual violence, has spoken about like abuse, but has done it in a way that has really like is able to make, again, it sounds really dark, but to make beauty of something that's really, really quite difficult. And she's able to express emotions and lived experience and channeled lived experiences of like women in her community in such a poetic and beautiful way. And yeah, she's absolutely incredible. I saw her, so the concert that I saw her at was part of like a concert celebrating the music of the Muslim diaspora. And it's interesting that like people don't really think about the Islamic elements of her music or the music of like the West African regions, that a lot of those musical styles are a byproduct of Islamic cultural practices, the idea of like being a griot, being a storyteller. And like Hudda made a really good point while we were off air, but I think I want her to make it on air.
There's something so familiar about Sangare's work, and it is because the spiritual community that I come from is based in West Africa, and there is this cadence, a rhythm that music, it naturally is a when your music comes from a culture that we're hearing. And I think, you know, Emily, when we're talking about jazz, we know the lineage of sort of African American culture. There's very the difference between the church and and sort of like the jazz bar is a very, very liminal sort of small space. And so that, and again, that kind of as a practice of devotion. And I think so many of us in our modern world, and maybe this goes back to our theme as well, is that devotion to new things, to new ideas, to our creativity is a practice. And many of us come from traditions that know how to cultivate that. And many of us are in cultures today that that sort of throw us into the deep end. And we expect results from something that perhaps we didn't understand that needed to be cultivated. It needed to be protected. And Omui Sangare, her work comes from a context. She's not the only singer. You know, I always like people... I always think about, my brain is bad. Freedom Suite, Max Roach, and the singer Abby Lincoln. I remember listening to an interview, it's actually a documentary with her, and she's like, I'm not even the best looking person in my family. She's like, people are always so taken with her beauty, and she's like, listen, I'm like one of 12 or something. I'm not even the best looking person in my family. Like you're receiving me, and I was already poured into by so many different people. My creativity that you see today is from a long lineage of other people that poured into me. And so many times when we are starting a new project and we're comparing ourselves to other people, So, well, they've been poured into and they've been supported. And maybe your job in this time and the work that you're creating today has to be in response to the circumstances that you're in. And maybe this is an opportunity for you to find out where you need to be poured into, where you, and give yourself grace with that. And so, like, we hear this album and we're like, wow, it's amazing. But it comes from this long line of people who, like, this is their devotional practice, and that it's being, and because it's a devotional practice, it doesn't feel out of the way to then talk about really heavy things in life, like the things that happen in life. They're not outside of each other. So yeah, that's I love this project, and
That makes me just want to cry, because our project is called Offerings. We're offering to everything, to everyone, to the all, to source, to God, to everything. We offer out everywhere, but we hear a piece of music, but we're also offering to the whole lineage and to everything that came before and after. Even if time, we're always talking about time, doesn't exist the way capitalism wants us to believe time is a clock, but time is bendable and goes backwards and forwards and so much more. And bear with me, because I know that that's a big theme. But yeah, like the all, everything. And what we're listening to right now is just a moment, a vignette, like a little moment of a piece of music. And there's a whole story before and after. And yeah, just where do we all fit in? And it just exists out there. It's out there, and we're just here being able to experience it. And I want to shout out to the chat as well. Let me go to the next mic. Nino, thank you for your comments. And I just want to read out for the people who are not watching live as well. So we kind of lost, so this was in response to Fatuma talking about being able to start new things and trying new things. And he said, we kind of lost that after the pandemic, I'm afraid, that sense of mutual uplifting. But maybe it was an abrupt reminder. And things like the Boat Pod are the new beginning. Shout out Sophie and the Boat Pod. Thank you. This is my offering anyway, Nino says. Hello, Black Panther Communist as well. Shout out to you.
Shout out, man.
And also, Black Panther Communist, also, thank you. Our dreams came true. Thank you. And a powerful offering. So many of us are thrown in the deep end without a clue of what we need to cultivate. So many of us are thrown in the deep end without a clue of what we need to cultivate. And that what we want and yearn to receive and give requires cultivating too. And our communities deserve it all, deserve all of us.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
And Nana, is that my mom?
Love you, Holly.
We are going to play.
oh yes. So talking about lineages, Sweet Love is, I think, one of our favorite songs, but we want to have it in conversation with another song that was very crucial to us, a remix, and how we can use musicians that we love as a vehicle for new creative forms. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to get too academic about it because the songs speak for themselves. But afterwards, we'll share with you why we gave this offering.
With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, help me crawling out your night. I feel no shame, I'm in love. Sweet love,
Yeah, so that was Sweet Love featuring Naslin. The drum and bass / we were having this kind of debate: is this drum and bass? Is this jungle? But the reason why we chose this song is when it came out in '94, and I genuinely my sense of taste and music was developed in '94. I'm so grateful. Shout out to Croydon schools, because in the summer term we would have like a big speaker out in the playground, and the classroom assistants were just amazing mums and just women of discernment and taste. And so much of like the music I like listening to, like jungle, lots of like house music, songs that children could dance to. That was sort of like the halal edited version of them. And so that's where I first came across this song. And it was just, and it's just always been this time of year. Just it's funny that it's only later I discovered Anita Baker. So I love that.
I feel like it's because like I think me and Hudda always talk about this. We come from like a refugee background. Like we didn't have like many records or like anything like that in the house. So like our musical taste comes from like snatched moments of like whatever was on like MTV or like or Top of Pops or like The Box or whatever it was, or like was playing in school, or playing at your friend's house. Because like although like my parents did like music, my dad was like a massive Stevie Wonder fan. My mum was a massive fan of like Tracy Chapman. I think one of the few like tapes that we had was Tracy Chapman. And I think because we moved a lot and like we just didn't have much, like I think records, I always saw them as like really precious, like records and CDs, because they were like so expensive and so like out of reach, because again we just didn't have much money, so we weren't able to like buy any of the stuff. But I remember having friends whose parents had like shit ton of records and CDs and tapes and just had like houses full of like things, and I was just found that like just incredible. And I think that for me, I think having not necessarily lack of musical access, but like having to kind of develop my own musical education, because I couldn't rely on my parents' like taste to kind of navigate. So I always think that music is again like really, really precious and super important.
Yeah, and I always say this, like all the songs that I love, like my friends introduced me to. They'd be like, "This is a song you're singing a song." I'm like, "Oh wow, where is that song come from?" Or I was in your house, or we were at a party at a friend's house, and then I'd hear that, or in the playground. And I think that that's something, I don't know. I always like songs that I was given an invitation to listen to. It was, I'm not a crate digger or anything like that. Songs come to me, and they're very precious the way that they come to you, usually through friends. So again, this offerings is us being your friends and saying, hey, do you want to listen to this song? We think it's really good. And hopefully, it's something that you treasure as well.
We were going to play a song, but actually, can we change it? Can you open it up? Change it to Kwale Chris.
Listen, thank you. Kwale Chris we're fans, we're stans, we are appreciators, everything, every iteration,
We are also like some of the songs we already choose before that what we're going to start with, but a lot of it is really in the moment, what we're talking about, what we're feeling, where the energy goes right now. And so I think on this, the finding your music or like opening yourself up to different kinds of sounds and trying to find this, it just reminded me of Kwale Chris and the projects that he does and the vulnerability that comes with that, and the constant changes and finding new ways of everything, production and doing music, and melancholy maybe, or if that's how you pronounce it, like of like melancholy of like older versions or other things that you're leaving behind. There's grief throughout this as well. We can talk on it more afterwards, but this song is called Sudden Death. Let's play it first and we can talk about it more afterwards.
Must not seem like sudden death. You must feel like much time is left. So first comes first come, second best. You make the most from what is less. But life ain't perfect. There ain't no get backs, I'll be
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Kwali Chris. Thank you for giving this, offering this into our realm, you know, really. I just wanted to read one little section of the lyrics. It can't all be all sudden death. We're so much different than the rest. Just clear that desktop, start fresh. Just let your seat back, take a breath. You'll find it's worth it, because life ain't perfect. Life ain't perfect, but we make it. We try and we do, we bring. This came out in 2020. I mean, Kwali Chris, all of the projects are just beautiful. And I saw him live a couple of years ago in London, and I think it's one of the most incredible experience or like, yeah, shows I've seen. Thank you. I'm just so grateful for his music.
Absolutely. And he's one people who always try. He's got this wonderful new project out with Cavalier and Denmark Vesey, and just think they're just innovative. They're people who enjoy each other and themselves, and you can hear it in the work that they're doing. And this goes back to honoring. So much of global capital requires us to release our own autonomy, our own sense of creativity, and to receive and to buy and to consume what is provided to us. And there are supply chains and ad projects that are like years in the making to try to shape our subjectivity towards whatever they're selling of us. And so being yourself, being responsive to your life as it is, being committed to your own sense of timing and self, and not, it's just, we are not. That's it. And I'm just always so impressed with people who do create, who do it, like who speak to themselves and like, this is something that I need to do, and invest in themselves and not feeding the machine. Yeah.
And something you said, Fatuma, a while back when we were talking on the phone, you said capitalism requires us to be a finished product. And it just kept us thinking, how does this system benefit from people only doing things when they are a finished product, or not actually attempting new things, not starting new things? And how does the status quo in this world benefit from that? How of this system, benefit from that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's an important question. It's so interesting because I completely forgot I said that. So I'm glad that you reminded me. But what it does, it just means that we end up giving away our autonomy and our agency. And I think about that a lot. Like, you have to have the agency to make bad choices. You have to have the agency to be able to like learn from your own mistakes. Like no one else can live your life. No one else can when you're a kid and you're learning how to walk, you're not like, oh, there's no point in me walking because everyone else is walking. You have to do it. And it's not like someone can explain to you what it is, what the process of putting one foot in front of another, but you have to do it yourself. And I think so much of life is like that process of putting one foot in front of another and doing the small things every day that kind of accumulate and then build towards something. But again, it's like capitalism wants you to be a finished product. It wants you to be good. It wants you to give up. It wants you to outsource your learning. It wants to outsource your failures and your mistakes. It wants you to be perfect. And I think that ultimately that's just going to leave us in a really calcified like culture. Like, I think, also just the idea of like, you can't do something because you don't have a certain resource. Like, or that I remember going to like this talk, actually it was like Jen Nukuru in conversation with a guy called Gerald. And he was talking about how back in the day, he would just like sample the sounds of like him hitting a bucket, or like him like using telephone pages as like a percussive instrument, and then like he would use really like early, I think it was like I can't quite remember which like sample he would use, but basically he would just like sample all these everyday sounds because he didn't have access to anything else. He didn't have like YouTube tutorials. He didn't know like that like other people made music in a different way. He was like, well, that's a resource I have, so I'm going to make music in that way. And what do they say is like necessity is the mother of all invention. So like you make changes and you're able to bring things into the world because you have no other choice, because you don't have anything else. And I think for so many of us, we're like waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect equipment, the best like teachers or whatever. And so much of it is like you just have to do it, and then you learn from the trial and error. And that's something I have to remind myself all the time about. being okay with things just being a mistake, or like just having to learn. Like, you don't know something until you know it, and being okay with the unknown and the potentiality for like flopping. I think like we all should be in our flop eras all day, every day. Like every day you should do something that is a humiliation ritual. The capitalism is a humiliation ritual. You might as well just embarrass yourself for your own benefit. Like saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. Like I'm always making mistakes. I'm like, you know, for Tim, it's okay. Like you sent an unfinished email. Okay, that's fine. No one died. You know, you may have like tripped up on the bus. No one died. And I think so often we're like, oh my God, I have to present myself in a perfect way. And I think actually all you can do is try your best. And I think that's like with anything, with art, with culture, so much of it is like, you just have to show up. And I think that's what, you know, the last track kind of spoke to. And so, yeah.
And this song, the next song that we're going to play by Tank and the Bangers, and a beautiful band from New Orleans. It's called They Don't See / Whole Foods. Also speaks to that, and taking care of ourselves and holding ourselves when actually making all these new attempts and trying and just being.
Looking for a step, attempting to get off this roller coaster ride. Heart still in my knees, but they don't see. They don't see. The moment that I drop, I get a sense that he might want a little off the top. I show you what I got, but they won't see. They don't see.
Third eye cinema room, clairvoyant, joyous, rejoicing, past, present, future lives, timeless to timelines, honey to my buns, a silhouette sculpted the size of my heart. I want to feel like someone considers me, adventurous, consistent, kind, a summer moon setting up the night, the ease of choosing. Take my tongue, look at me with the eyes of Sunday, make me frizzy, a loosened shirt hanging off the shoulder, be certain this is what you want. A flower dressed as a flame, let us sweat at the sport of pleasure. The scent of your stare, your kiss, fresh water, a current running across the smooth pebbles and stones of my breast, feet listening to the river. You open my body like a book of prayer hands, a stern spine and soft pages, persuasive gaze, the intangibles of Wi-Fi love, unlimited data plan, and the power lines of veins, roaming nerve ends and beginnings. A foreign country at first, the meal of a moment to be devoured, delicious as dimples, the soliloquy of a sky, skin, microdosing kisses. Help me take out my knotless braids, rub my scalp, don't use my strength against me. Tend to me, tend to me. A butterfly breaks free of being pimped. Praise the caterpillar who dreams of wings, who dreams of wings. Handcrafted art, home-cooked laughter and bonds, fine dining with open arms. Cherish the mannerisms. Be my compliment.
Fly ass shit, cute ass bitch, mouth ass slick, came through lit, dope ass bitch, dope ass trick, slick ass bitch, slick ass, fly ass shit, cute ass bitch, mouth ass slick, came through lit, dope ass bitch, thick ass trick, slick ass bitch, slick.
start going to Whole Foods. I'm about to get some real food. Maybe that's gonna help me with this bad mood. Apples and oranges looking real good. Maybe that's why my vibe been fucked up. Why my skin looking rough and I be tired and stuff. Girl, I'm about to start spending less time on the internet. Stop having unfulfilling sex with niggas that's just not there yet. Why they not there yet? I don't know, I just been feeling real sick. About to clear up my skin, about to detox in this bitch. The internet got me feeling fat as fuck. You not good enough, I'm not slim enough, I ain't trill enough or enough. I'm done with doing too much, not giving no fucks. I'm at least give one fuck. But it's gonna be about what I want, about what I love. And that's on camera. Nah, period. Cause I'm not done yet.
It's already been told. Happily after only happens in fairy tales, daydreams are never. But I was taught on the stars. Now here you are, shining through the sky. Even stars burn out, but you held this far. Now here you are to stay. Hey, it's true. You were made for me, and the sky where I'll find not too far in the stars. That's where you are, shining through the sky, light in my dark. Even stars burn out, but you held this far here in my heart. You'll stay. I saw that shooting star.
You are a shooting star.
Listen, We Are King. That song came out in 2011. What is that? That's been a vocal stim for 15 years, easily. Beautiful twins from Minneapolis, alongside with their friend. They were managed by Prince because, of course, Minneapolis' finest.
He heard them on YouTube, I think,
Yes.
and contacted them and then managed them for 2 years or 3 years and supported them with all that Prince excellent business, music business understanding. Hold on to your creative integrity, hold on to your music. You know, they know he taught them so much.
So much. And like, yeah, they're such a magnificent album. And they continue to do so many community things as well. That's the thing. During lockdown, they did this really lovely fundraiser for the music projects in their hometown. And in that same vein, AJ Monet and Tank and the Bangers. Oh, what a beautiful track. And we love AJ Monet. Like, in terms of, I think about who are the artists that are leading the cultural response to what the times that we're in now, the multiple genocides, the rising fascism, not just in the US, but also just globally. And I'm continuing to be inspired by and mashallah, like just in awe and deep respect for the way that she positions themselves in the world. So love to AJ Monet. We're coming to the end, dear friends. And so we want to take these closing beats to thank you all for listening. And we hope that this was a project and an offering that will inspire you for the rest of the month. Please do make sure that you listen to all the tracks, all the different shows on Boat Pod, including on our app. So all the details of that will be also on the Instagram page and on the YouTube if you're listening from there. Our final song that we want to play is by the great Terrace Martin. Emily is a Terrace Martin evangelist.
So much. I've been bullying everybody for I don't know how long on Terrace Martin, every day, everywhere, always, everything. Also so much because of community work. Like, really, we do this. We're in this together. We're in this together. All the projects. This one, Drones, especially, he invited or like worked together. Not even invited, like he worked together with a lot of his childhood friends, people that he grew up, that they grew up making music together, and wanted to really make a project that speaks to that, like to holding, being yourself, doing your thing, getting community support, like supporting each other, supporting yourself. So beautiful. I really recommend everybody to just listen to like everything Terrace Martin. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a prescription.
Yes. It has been a medicine for me over the past, I don't know how, 10 more years. Yeah. The song that we're going to play from this album is called Don't Let Go. Thank you.
I know it's been so hard and you don't know what it all means. Ooh. But don't you ever let go. See, there's a reason you're still standing after all you've seen. Ooh. So don't you ever let go. Don't let go. No, don't let go. Oh my. Please just don't ever let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Oh my. Don't you ever let go. It's up to you, what you listening to. You can listen to the new, listen to the rhythm of the blues.
And on that note, friends, we must say bid you adieu until next month. Yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye.